What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio Shout In. As always, I got my podcast partner up in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, a.k.a. Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
What's happening and what's happening?
Hey, man, you know, it's another sad day in hip-hop, man. We lost the icon and the legend, you know, from the 2 Live crew. Brother Marquis had announced it. It was announced that he passed yesterday, man. And I mean, you know, hip-hop, once again, we got to take another deep breath and send condolences and prayers to Brother Marquis and his family, the 2 Live crew, and everybody, you know, that had love for Brother Marquis right now, man. For those who don't know, you know, the 2 Live crew, that's with Luke. They gave you songs like Me So Horny. I mean, so many hits, we can't even name them all. Pop It, you know, responsible for the parental advisory in music. One of the first solo independent acts out of the South as well, too, man. So, I mean, just a groundbreaking group, a groundbreaking brother. And, I mean, my thoughts and prayers are with him right now, man. I mean, he was in here with us, kicked it with us and Keith about a year ago.
Absolutely.
That interview was up. Y'all could catch that, you know, and we had a great conversation with Brother Marquis, man.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, my thoughts and prayers are with the family once again. I mean, what are your thoughts on it, Wick?
Well, you know, me coming from the artist perspective of it, you know, I can go a little bit deeper with Brother Marquis because I have, you know, been cut a couple of corners with him out here in the music industry with him, doing concerts. There be times we don't had a few talks here that just, you know what I'm saying, about the music industry on some personal stuff. So I definitely was a big fan of his. I still am a big fan of his, and well, he was a fan of mine, so therefore, this does sting a lot. Let me dive into you know, to people that don't know about 2 Live Crew. Some of my, you know, my younger brothers out there. A long time ago, you said something behind to me. You and I was talking. And, you know, and I was, you know, just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? We sipping a little bit. I'm just talking a little bit, you know, and what you said was that MC Hammer and 2 Live Crew, even though they might not have been the best dictionary rappers, because, you know, these days, if you ain't flipping through a dictionary, my philosophy, and all that kinds of, to a lot of people, you can't rap. You know, so even though I could just go through a dictionary and start making words rhyme, but if you don't do that, you can't really rap. And you told me, you said, 2 of the biggest movements ever in hip hop was from artists that wasn't dictionary rappers. They just was jamming.
Exactly.
And that's 2 Live Crew.
That's right.
And that's MC Hammer.
That's right.
The movement from 2 Live Crew, if we're talking in the late 80s, was probably the biggest movement in the South. You know, 2 Live Crew represented us in the South as far as we had groups that had come out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we, you know, here in Atlanta we had the Raheems and the King Up with Jays and different things here. But I'm talking about on a national scale, to where everybody looked at us around the world. Who represented us for a while was Luke and 2 Live Crew, Brother Marquis, JT Money. You know what I'm saying? Chinaman. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to him also. I sit here today, as I'm reflecting on 2 Live Crew, that Chinaman is gone now, and now Brother Marquis is gone. You know, what's sad for me is that I always hold out hope that, you know, these groups that came in from the 80s and the 90s, even if they wasn't doing shows together, or even if they hadn't grew their separate ways, because sometimes groups will break up from the 80s and the 90s or before that, not because they hate each other, they just fell out. People get older, they grow different ways. Some have kids, some go in and start businesses and don't have time. So everything ain't just a fallout over just money or you know, different stuff like that. But I always hold out hope that one day we can see them back together. You know, and that's for all the groups that have come before me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about R&B groups back in the day. I hold out hope. Hey, we see the eyes and brothers together. As long as you're still alive and you can get up there on that stage and you well, you know what I'm saying? There's hope that we can get back together. So. That they could get back together, and now with Chinaman gone, with Brother Marquis gone, you know, that dream of mine is out of the window.
That hurts. How does that make you feel, though, Wick?
Well, it makes me, you know, it makes me very sad. It's just, you know, I hate to bring up, you know, one of your favorite groups. But one thing I always, once I sit here and kick it and I'm talking about, Cast or Dre doing, his flute thing, saying blah, 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 I might talk a little junk, but I always, in the back of my mind, I say, you know what, let me say this, or let me say this about 3,000, not because I hate 3,000 at all, it's because I want to see them back together.
Exactly.
Just like you do. Exactly. I want to see some more shows.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying?
More music.
Yeah, absolutely, because when y'all are not together, you know what I'm saying, there's a split. Mom and dad out, dad don't got put out the house, or, you know what I'm saying, there's a split. You know what I'm saying, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
So, when somebody either passed or they don't fell out this way or that way, it hurts the culture.
Yeah.
It does. And death does hurt the culture. So we'll never ever see Two Live Crew in that setting again. You understand what I'm saying? So if a person ain't sad about that, then I don't know what does make you sad. But on the other hand, let me tell you something good that I'm very happy about. Yeah. At least this brother and those brothers left us with something forever.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? It might be my selfish, me being selfish, wanting to see them, doing shows again, sort of bring back the nostalgia in me. When I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, hearing me so hard and seeing, the videos and stuff. Let me tell you something, Two Live Crew not only were just pioneers from just jamming, but Two Live Crew, along with Cash Money, like Cash Money, I always say that they kind of brought the whole team. They kind of brought that bling and that stuff to rap. Yeah. But well, Two Live Crew brought the female.
They damn sure did. They brought the party to rap.
They brought the party to rap.
They brought the party.
You see, and when they first came, they were facing jail time and different stuff. There were times they don't, if I'm not mistaken, shows got stopped and people went to jail because it was too many women on there. It was too vulgar. They felt. So they had to kick down doors for all of us. Even if you're a rapper out there and you don't do party rap, or you got the girls in the video, they still they still made it where you can talk your truth, even if your language wasn't appropriate. You understand what I'm saying? So they directly affected Ghetto Mafia. I didn't do the same type of music they did, but I still did.
But you was able to do
stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I was able to get to get away with that because of the Two Live Crew, Brother Marquis, Luke, JT Money, those guys. Matter of fact, I was just listening to a song that Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, I think he produced it. The legendary Trick Daddy on there, and JT Money on there. My only thing there is when I heard this news yesterday, I say, damn, I wish Brother Marquis had just said something on that. You understand what I'm saying? How big would that be right now today? The song, if y'all haven't heard it, man, go check it out. And I hear Trick on there saying, and JT, what's happening? That's my partner. That if I ain't on your list, blah, 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 blah. Well, today, as I sit here, Two Live Crew is definitely on the list.
That's right.
Brother Marquis is definitely on the list. And they're high on the list. They don't take a backseat to anybody.
Exactly.
Sometimes I might sit up here and we do our list of some of the greatest movements ever in hip-hop. Yeah. And I have been guilty of overlooking, like you said, MC Hammer. Yeah. And the Two Live Crew. You understand what I'm saying? Because of my particular preference of music. You know what I'm saying? But as I sit here and reflect today, I apologize for that. And at the same time, Two Live Crew could be in any top 5 as far as movements ever in the history of rap. They just as important as how Run DMC was, the Death Row, all the big movements, the Cash Money, the No Limit records. They don't take a back seat to nobody in this industry. So, man, shout out to JT and the boys right now who are going to be tasked with keeping the legacy going, because it take we have to pray for those brothers. Yeah. Because once somebody leave behind, that person that left, that memory is still there, but the physical body is still here from the rest of the people that was around him. They gotta carry that legacy. Yeah. And I think JT Money and Rick Ross and those greats, they will do a great job at it, because it's not just a Brother Marquis thing. It's a family thing between all of them, and that's what that's what I'm praying for.
And I feel you, man. Hey, y'all hit the comments, man. Show some love to Brother Marquis in this thing, and my thoughts and prayers once again. My condolences to Brother Marquis and his family right now during this difficult time, man. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna sit that right there. Beehive Radio, shout it, Big Galaxy. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.